Recording. Hello, it's me again. I'm playing some Kaiserreich here. Just doing some streaming and recording at the same time. So, we got our game here. We're going to be playing as Mongolia. This is one that's kind of fun to play. So, I hopefully it'll work out well and I'll get good events. But either way, the plan is to get a bunch of Mongolia and only use, not use any infantry. This is my secondary goal. I don't know how realistic that will be. I might have to make a ton of militia, but... Alright, so we're run by Roman Ungern von Sternberg, who was he was one of the whites or the blacks or something in the Russian Civil War, but in this when the Tsars took over again, he moved to Mongolia, and now he's being kind of a weirdo here. Alright, so we have some dumb infantry, but not a ton to do about it right now. Let's get to work here a little bit. I'll research more cavalry. Here's part of the Asiatic Cavalry Division. I'm gonna want some industry up. It's one guy working on researching computers to up our research in the future, and then another guy working on agriculture. I might only stream for like an hour or so. I'm not 100% sure how long I'm going to stream. But, oh, hey, Ruler. You're actually in the comments. Okay. The Russians aren't watching. Only a few days since the assassination of Kerensky, and Russia is still trying to regroup and reorganize. They would be too busy in their own affairs to notice much if we laid the groundwork for reclaiming our proper lands from our Chinese neighbors. So, stake our claims on recognized Mongol lands, which would be Linhi, Beyanhot, Hae, Ulyanhote. Our belligerence would go up, and our relations with Russia and Zibe, Lubang, Luan would go down. Or I can say, the Chinese be damned, unification for all the Mongolians, which moves us towards interventionalism. It makes Zibe, Lianbuan, Yuan hate us a lot, but we get more claims. So we're going to go for that. I only have 7 infant manpower right now. Second in command. Today, newspapers around the world have been filled with the news of the assassination of Russian President Alexander Kerensky. Because of the assassination, Russia has fallen into domestic chaos and will thus not be interested nor capable of interfering in domestic Mongolian politics. Roman Ungern von Sternberg understands that this is the right time to make Mongolia as great as it once was, but he needs a skilled second in command to succeed. Will he choose his loyal general from the Asiatic Cavalry Division, Boris Rezhushkin? Or maybe the current head of government, the Mongolian aristocrat Togs Ochurin Namnasurin, to further consolidate his popularity with the Mongol people? Finally, the religious leader, the 7th Chankya Kutuku, could be chosen to guarantee Ungern's divine status and prove his direct reincarnation as the god of war. Let's see. I don't know. Usually I go straight for Boris Rezhushkin, but maybe I'll go for the Holy Man. How's our economy doing? Working mostly on consumer goods. What we should do is start building some cav. We don't have enough manpower. Well, we can start making an HQ. It'll take a while. We have enough manpower for it. Yeah, we're gonna have to start working on research for some manpower regeneration. It would be medicine. Medicine and other stuff. An alliance with Tibet. There has been an increased interest in our neighbors. Let's send the envoy. Tibet accepts the offer. Perfect. So we're now allied with Tibet. Starting to trade with them a little bit. So we're going to be going to war with Jibei Liban, Yuan, however you say their name. Regardless. Yeah, we're going to have to work on upping our manpower, because that'll go down just from reinforcing our men, not just the basics. See. After we have laid claim to the region of Inner Mongolia, the true Mongols and Jubei Lianbuan Yuan has begin fighting the Hui government. Ooh. So we can say we'll help them out, and it gives us a new piece of cavalry, which is actually really useful. But we're not actually directly at war with them yet. But as soon as this... Oh, there we go. So they took the declare for us. So we need to take Kumo, Urumqi, Linhe, and Juning. So move him in here. Put him in there. Have them support that attack. And then, okay, we got some technology done. This is, got automatic feed tabulator done. We're going to get medicine. It just seems like an important thing to take to start getting our manpower up, because we are losing it in reinforcements. Cavalry division is done. We're going to get up to 1936, at least get current as it is now. We have to remember we are allied back here, so they're taking some of the heat off of us, if nothing else. Early mechanization, that's good. We're going to keep going up this agriculture, because that gets our industrial efficiency and our supply growth up. Industrial efficiency is very nice for someone with low... Like, as you can see, we have 27 base industry, but our bonuses are putting us up to 38 right now. So hopefully we have the right setup. What I really want is... what am I trying to say here? What I really want is the line that you can go down where we do some weird stuff with Sternberg. Shouldn't this be... Sorry, I'm messing with the scaling. I thought that... There. The stream and the game should both be at here. Let me pause this actually, so that would be kind of important when I'm in the middle of a war. We're going to decline all that. Oh, actually, there. So we won that war pretty easy. I'm going to tell this troop to start upgrading into cavalry. Alright, now, I thought the game and the stream should both be at 1280 by 720. I don't know what happened, but looks fine to me. Hopefully it's not stretched out or anything. Oh, hey, Sean Pai. Thanks for watching. I'm not going to be streaming for a long time, probably about an hour. I'm going to release these as smaller videos, probably 15 or 20 minutes each, instead of like a 2 hour, 1 hour chunk in one video, so more people might want to watch them while I work on the Europa Universalis 3 conversion, which is taking a while. Okay, so I can't read any of this, but essentially we took over the part of China that belongs to us. So essentially we can choose whether our belligerence goes down and dissent goes up, or we can loot the land and salt the earth, which is obviously what we're going to do. I don't know about the salting the earth part, but ooh. A new Mongolian empire. Now that our cowardly enemies are defeated, nobody can stop our Khan from restoring the past glory of Mongolia. With most of Central Asia in our hand, Ungern Khan rules all Mongolic peoples, and everyone living in a yurt swears allegiance to him alone, a man beyond the capabilities of other mortals. Ungern is thought of by many Mongolians as an avatar of the god of war, or in the very least, as a reincarnation of the great Genghis Khan, and with his newest victories, those doubting his claims have been reduced to mere handful. Fueled by the sweet fruits of victory, Ungern Khan has convened a grand assembly in Urga to manifest the triumph of Mongolia's recent conquest. The question, however, remains whether or not the Mad Baron will satisfy himself with the establishment of a greater Mongolia, or take his faithful tribal forces and his hardened savage division further on the path of ambition, madness, and glory. So we can either say, hey, we're the Pan-Mongolian state, our descent goes up a little bit, or we can change the name of Mongolia, change the flag of Mongolia, rename ourselves Genghis Khan II. Everyone gets really concerned about this. We get more manpower, our industrial efficiency goes up, we get 2 new cavalry divisions, our descent goes down, and we get a bunch of claims. So we've done that. We're now the Mongolian Empire. Okay, yeah, we did finish. Got to start getting our manpower up. I'm not an expert at this game, but I'm going to do my best. These 2 guys down here. Now, I'm not sure what we want to do here. Where's our next? Dealing with the Lhasa regime. So it would be dealing with these guys. The Tibetans. Tibet always enjoyed cordial relations with Mongolia, but once they heard about the restoration of our great empire, the cowardly government in Lhasa turned their back upon Ungern. The union of 2 peoples and consolidation of Buddhism's 2 great centers would cement Ungern's claim on a new Mongol empire. We should liberate Tibet from the heretical traders who care more about their money bags than their people. Ungern Khan shall unite all Buddhists. Onwards. Get more manpower, people are happy about it. Obvious choice. Now, we only need to take Lhasa, that's their only important. So we'll send 2 troops to go down there, get the rest in here to defend a little bit. It's usually a very easy pickup. And if we're fast enough, we can get Nepal and Bhutan before they're picked up and turned into puppets by one of the Indians. That's just a little bit extra industrial capacity that we're going to go for, if possible. Now we start with an advantage in terms of land doctrine that helps us out a little bit, especially against these really shitty countries. We've got another... Oh, we've got our HQ unit. Put a general here, and we're going to make this the leader of the bunch. Okay. One major setback facing Mongolia is our lack of natural resources. The government may need to focus its policies on resources. Yes, we need resources. They are essential. Keep moving our agriculture up. Having food is important. Great military parade. Descent goes down, even though it wasn't up at all. Anyway. Reminder to conquer Finland. You know, if this game goes well and I end up going to war with Russia, you know, that's probably in the cards. Decline that. Annex that. Move some troops down to Shigatse. Now, I forget if and when the king go to war with us, but they do eventually, so... loot the land and salt the earth, obviously. We're gonna have to start making more troops. This is a sad fact. 260. Sadly, what I'm gonna have to do is make militia troops and then turn them into cavalry when we start doing better and having better setups. Because we can't survive if we can't survive against people like China if all we make is cavalry at the start. But I will not be focusing down any footmen troops. And once we get our industrial capacity up, we'll start converting all of these normal troops into cavalry. Move Ungern Khan down here. Yeah, and he does rename himself Genghis Khan II. Oh, we should look at our Air Force and stuff. Fighters. We don't really have an Air Force or a Navy, so those don't matter. Chief of the Army. Offensive modifier. Elastic defense. Decisive battle, elastic defense. So we'll stick with the decisive battle. School of mass combat. Manpower growth, manpower use, infantry build time. Well, no, we need school of maneuver, obviously, for our horses and tanks. Military entrepreneur. Resource industrialist for now. Alright, we're going to go to war with Nepal, actually. Bringing down the Shanking Tianguo. Alright, well, before we do that, I'm going to declare war on Nepal and Bhutan. I'm going to start moving troops over to the Shanking border now, ahead of time. Okay, there's Bhutan. Now we can start moving this guy up. I have to keep in mind that the king are going to go to war with us. once the Shanking are dead, if we go this route. That's just something to keep in mind. Nepal. Russia is having its civil war, so we might be able to claim Mongolia. Not Mongolia, Siberia. So we captured their capital, annexed them. These guys up here. Gonna get our troops in position before we start that. Oh, shit. What are you guys doing? Get over here. All right, we got our 1936 cavalry. Set these guys to do a bit of logistics. Move our transport capacity up, because as it turns out, most of this place has really bad infrastructure, like 10% or lower infrastructure. So having good supply capacity is very important. I'm not very good at most of Chinese pronunciations. Don't want to wait too long here, because the king, or the Qing, or however you say their name, are going to go to war with the Shanking Tianguo soon. Austria is going to war with Montenegro. It's good to know. The Soviets are not doing well. We haven't gotten an event to take, I guess because Siberia hasn't split off as their own country yet. Sometimes that happens. Oh, cool. We got the thing where that happened. Our troop turned itself into... Oh, the American Civil War is going on? Okay, the Kim Belder Natural Resources, many government advisors are supporting expanding mining operations in the province of Kim Belder to mine the areas rich with natural resources. Let's go for it. Costs us some money, but we're not really using it for much. Siberia split off. We could move up and attack Siberia. That's a lot of stuff, though. Do you want to do that or go down the normal path? Alright, well, we're going to have to move fast. I think what we're going to do... Siberia is vulnerable. Take this attack to a chance to attack Siberia. That's probably the best pickup at this point compared to attacking the rest. I probably should have... These guys don't exist as a troop. Yeah, we're gonna go to war with Siberia first. And just as we wanted it, we got our militia divisions. Start making some more cavalry. I don't know how many troops Mongolia starts with, but not Mongolia, Siberia. Genghis the Hedgehog, yeah. Oh yeah, I'm going to stop the recording.